So, very good morning to Brazil, good evening to India, good day to all viewers, those who are watching this program, and those who are going to watch this program on social media. The topic for today, education for health and sustainability. We are continuing this episode, and subtopic is training conscious professionals. So, we have speaker Arceloni from Brazil, Rajesh Rathore, Chapinder Kaur, and maybe few more will join. So let's open this topic, training conscious professional in terms of health and sustainability. Once we say now this is the time, think globally, act ethically, and lead sustainably. This thought comes once we all interact to each other and we share our experiences. Sustainability is not a one time achievement, it is a process. We have been discussing, it is the integral part of our daily life, our health, and education. At first topic, I would love to invite from the screen Arceloni. What is your take as a opening speaker on the topic? Welcome to you, Arceloni, and over to you. Throw some
Thank you.
lights on topic.
Thank you. Well, I think the theme of this talk is a bit curious and important. Curious because every day we discuss that. What is education, the compromise of education, and what is sustainability? We are discussing that, we are talking about that, and we are listening about that for a long time. And we are still not exactly doing what these two things. What is education? Education is much more than transmitting knowledge. We have performing this for centuries, and we are not able to live appropriate in this world. Education is a conscious process of human formation that involves intellectual, emotional, social, ethical, and cultural development of people. Education is help individuals understanding world and themselves, promoting autonomy, critical thinking, and responsibility. This is a good point, responsibility. Nowadays, we hope that individuals learn how to do, but these skills are not enough. With the skill like how to do, we need much more than that. We need how to learn and appropriate how to be in a responsible form in this world and with a harmonic behavior. More broadly, in expanding that in a spread way, education is the act of transforming information into wisdom and coexistence into humanity. Education is really a powerful weapon for sustainability, according to Mandela. And now we start linking education and sustainability. Gro Harlem Brundtland, that was a prime minister of Norway, or said some words that are responsible for the definition of sustainability we have in our days. Sustainability development is developing the myth that needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. These are Gro Harlem Brundtland speaking. Sustainability goes beyond preserving the environment. It is an ethical commitment to life, to the community, and to the future generations. Education is with purpose. Education with purpose is sowing attitudes that transform the world one lesson at a time. In 1996, we have a great report at UNESCO, directed by Jacques Delors, and he said that education should contribute to sustainability development by promoting ethical, cultural, and social values that underpin human existence. Again, we have some seeds. We need not just education. It's not that education. We need education with responsibility, and we need this education for a better world, for a conscious world, for an ethical world. That's what I think, in my opinion, in my readings, what we have for a responsibility that acting in an education for the future, a future in which every decision maker matters. Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's really great. Very well said. It's autonomy and responsibility. It's not just education. Taking point further, uh, once we think about conscious professional, means the professional who can think, who can understand, and who can act.
Mhm.
Rightly said, over the period of time, we have been talking much and doing less. Education, learning, and doing, there is a two major difference. Once we talk about learning, you may learn, you may read, you may understand. But once you go for practice, you need a desired result. Suppose, for example, you have learned driving, but once you are driving the car, you have your own life on threat. A small mistake can lead towards a big disaster. For example, maybe a cycle pilot and an aeroplane pilot has different serious level of responsibility. A aeroplane pilot on a microsecond can lead towards a big disaster. At the same time, a cycle pilot may have a less effect. In this context, once we see and we talk about the conscious professionals in terms of health and education, we teachers, we professors, we educators always believe in practical approach. It is not important what is being taught. It is more important what is being understood. So on this same topic, I would love to take Jaspinder, if she can come on the screen. What are the Rajesh Rathor is welcome. Jaspinder is welcome. So Jaspinder, once we talk on this topic on a very humble note, how we make topic in brackets, what are the core competencies, what are the essential things for welcome to Rajesh sir.
Good evening, everyone, and good morning to my friends from Brazil. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
Good morning. Bom dia.
So Jaswinder, I think on a
Yeah.
very lighter note, in a easy way, how we make this learning serious. Once we talk about conscious, means maybe the who can understand, who can lead, who can think, and who can do. It's not just about the small things we got the education. Especially in terms of health and education, it is a very serious job. These are the responsibility which is not by brain, it is a responsibility by sympathy, empathy too. So,
Exactly.
welcome to Jaspinder, principal of a CBSE school from Kota. Welcome to you and
Hello,
over to you, Jaspinder. Yeah.
hello everyone. Hello, delegates. Um, First of all, I would like to say that being like the topic, whatever the topic is, like it's education for health and
Education and sustainability.
sustainability.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, what I want to say, it's like, first of all, we need to encourage holistic thinking also. It promotes a system thinking approach that connects individual well being with the health of the planet. Okay. And we need to develop the curriculum also, because unless and until if it is not implemented in that, we cannot go further. And the most important is that system thinking, understanding the links between the environmental, social, and health systems also. In disciplinary collaboration, bridging health sciences and social science and environmental studies also, because it is a lifelong practice. We need to adapt in the system, in the curriculum, so that we can go further. And because awareness must be there, in
Okay.
short.
So I think you keep your points ready. How we create awareness. Awareness can come through motivation.
Yeah,
Awareness can
exactly.
come through encouragement. So Rajesh sir, on the same topic,
Sir.
the outline for you. Once we talk about education and sustainability, it is a long time practice which takes life. Sympathy, you see people, but empathy, once you feel people. So what you say where we are lacking in trainings, maybe a teacher training, maybe a medical training, maybe we are preparing a doctor or we are preparing a teacher. Do you think there is some gap which we need to fill?
Sir, it's absolutely true. First of all, thanks a lot for just conducting this session on such a wonderful topic because it's very important, and I'll say that it's really required. Because in the morning only I was just discussing on some topic and I was sharing that people must be practitioners, not merely preachers. This is the problem with the world.
Very
And
true.
Shakespeare also truly said it's easy to teach 20 disciples than being like being one of them, right? So teaching, like the giving knowledge to others, prescribing things to others is very simple, but again following those things oneself is very tough. So I feel, in a school we need to really equip and empower students in a very systematic manner, and I really feel so good. For example, like eating habits, right? So these days the kind of eating habits of children, that's a matter of serious concern. Children really do not like, the home cooked food. They would like to have like fast food and all these things, junk food, which is a serious matter. So I feel, children must be told, and that's the reason in schools what's happening up to class 8. So it is very nice. your children asked to analyze, the kind of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and so what amount of carbohydrate or minerals or vitamins and all those things. So that's really nice. But the thing is that later on, children, they just, they behave. I think sometimes feel they become, slave to their senses. Right. And in my school also, like during recess time, although certain items are made available, because first we wanted the children to have rajma chawal and other things, and something which was really good, but again there was no sale at all. So my this manager, mass manager, said that, sir, we should really go for those items which are really liked by children. And I really want certain items must be stopped with immediate effect. But again, it's getting difficult. So I feel children should really give it a thought, because this age, it's very easy to digest anything. But in the longer run, how it impacts at the one's body, one's stamina, one's skills, and all, that's very important. So health and sustainability, I feel it should really message learning should go for a long time. That's the thing. So thing is that the children don't have stamina these days. Sometimes you tell children, in case someone slaps you, and or maybe some chain is pulled by someone, and again someone starts running. Sir, how many children can even run and catch the thief? So I'm saying that fitness is a major concern today. So, sir, I feel that during recess also, maybe tiffin boxes, that's very important. And whenever we have it in classes, I tell in the class teachers that you should just go and check the tiffin boxes of children, which are the items, and even if needed, you can have a discussion with the parents and the mothers especially. So I think we need to really take care. We need to really inspire, counsel our children for good dietary habits. At the same time, fitness is very important, because I find that hardly 30-40% children have something in their surroundings. They have some parks or ground, or otherwise in the evening hours, only 40% children are playing. So I feel and a school cannot provide the opportunity every day for to every child. So, sir, I feel that we need to do a lot. Otherwise, it's
Okay.
really confined to discussions only. We should take some concrete action by which children should be fit. They should be
Excellent.
flexible. There should be stamina, and they should really look very tender, means slender in this, physique and appearance wise, also athletic. That's very important, sir.
So, matlab, your concern is a health. Once you have a good health, only you can learn the skill, not
Of
good
course.
brain. Fine. So, I think connecting this topic, I will share a small experience. Year 2020, our end of 19, there was a new incident happened, which is called corona, right? What the gift of corona is, a virus which has come named as REEL, highest uses of,
Absolutely.
it's destroying, astonishing the brain, heart together. You will not believe, highest addiction is not for child, are mature people in the age of 40, 50, those who are established with their job and profession. Why? Because this REEL is occupying average time of 3 to 5 hours of the people. You want to see news? You will start looking at the reel. What is happening in Bihar? You want to see? You started thinking about what is happening in Pakistan, what is happening in other country, what is happening with your emotions. So AI is used less for positivity, but it is being used more for unwanted productivity, sales, and purchase. I'll share one small experience, then I'll come. Arceloni, I'm coming to you. When I was speaking to the students of university in Bakaria, first time what I saw is students having burger, juice, cokes, and they were not ready to at all pay attention what I'm going to talk about. It was very unexpected experience of mine. If they are not at all ready, how I'm going to talk to them? So anyway, we had some dance, music, and connecting activity. Later on third visit, what I realized, we have to choose the right audience. Right audience means what they want. Topic comes about the canteen. Rajma rice they are not eating. Fine, it is okay. But why option Pepsi and Cokes are available? Once we make Pepsi, Cokes, and chips available in the canteen, they go far. It may be harsh and hard, but we should practice having good food component available at the education center or at the hospital. People go to the hospital, they love to have apple and banana because they are in the hospital. So there is a change of mindset required. Once doctors say you have to take the Mosambi juice, then you will only take. So Arceloni, in this contest, if I have two component, once I talk about the teachers, they are the conscious professionals, and another one is the doctors. Only two. So being an educator, what do you think where we are lacking? It's a matter of our own experience. I would love to know from Arceloni, educators, they have missed out their experiential learning. Either they are more towards the just completing the task. Very well defined, designed, but not being utilized. I have seen teachers till day, once you speak, they understand everything. But once you speak and they are not at attention, it is at our fault. So Arceloni, I would love to know from you, what are the challenges in the teachers training program in Brazil? Unmute.
Sincerely, it's it is confused, in fact, because we
Very
have
confused.
many ways to do that, many beliefs and many faith. Some people, some trainers, some teachers are totally crazy, and others, we suppose, really have a, a theoretical basis that sustain what they are doing. Yeah, but the most part of that, we have the just transmitting knowledge. Just transmitting knowledge. Some municipal secretaries, some they are trying to do different. In the states, they are trying to do different, but in fact, it is not acting. Teachers participate in trainings, and everything is okay. Flowers, blue sky, but when they are back to classroom, it's totally the same as my grandma does.
So I think we teachers have to take this, I keep saying as thought of connecting head to heart. So
And
what
now,
aim?
yeah, and now, seeing we are facing transtorms, autism, some letters that are transforming in Brazil. Statistics are very, very large. We are facing trouble with that. Two teachers in the classroom teaching, yeah, but it's not easy. We are. It's true that we are in. I could summarize in saying that we have much to do. We have all to do. We are full of beliefs, different beliefs, but our results are not good. In general, people do not read, do not extract information from texts, and math are, what say?
No worries. In BRICS, we are coming to join hand and we make things more easier in field of agriculture, maybe manufacturing, or maybe defense. Anyway, welcome to Paula on the screen. I hope all well.
Hello, good morning. Sorry for the delay, but we have
No,
some
it's
problems
okay.
with internet connection here. There have been storms in my area. You know, they're not we are a dry area, but I don't know what's going on, that we have like rain every day. So sorry for the delay.
So no worries. Internet cannot stop us connecting. Don't worry. We are connected. We are connected heart to heart. So I would
Yeah.
love to invite you. Just give some lights on the topic education and sustainability. We talk about health education, where we are talking about training conscious professionals. So today topic is, I think, categorized conscious professional for the health is first teacher who can motivate, who can make people understand. Another one post, that is doctor. Once you reach hospital, doctor advice, take the medicine, no one denies. Once they come back home, they deny. But in hospital, they cannot deny because they are in crisis. So are we, as an educator, waiting for, and what you want to share your own experience on this topic? Welcome to you and over to you.
Well,
I
would like to add something. I think that we are has to do with in this time, education is undergoing a series of different challenges. We are like in the middle of many new aspects, a new generation with new necessities and interests. So I think that, and a challenge for teachers is that we teach children that, or teenagers or young people that are from other generation. So we cannot teach in the way we learned when we were at school, when we were in high school, because that doesn't exist anymore. So our challenge as teachers is to be all the time trying to learn, trying to improve, trying to see what our students need from us. So I think that that's a huge challenge. We have to now, I think that after the lockdown in 2020, we have this consciousness of emotions, of different learning styles. You know that is important, really important. You know that I have a personal situation with this. I am an adopted mother of 2 children. And when my daughter came to my life, she was 10 years old and she didn't know how to read or write. She was illiterate. And I had trained my whole life to be a good teacher, how to teach English. In my case, I have, I don't know how many courses, how many training sessions about teaching English. But when they came into my life, I realized that nothing that I have learned helped me. So it was like thinking all the time what I could do to help them to learn, to achieve the knowledge they should have, because we were in the middle of primary school and they didn't know anything. So it was like I didn't know what to do. And I have learned so much from that experience, not only as a mother, because being a father and a mother is the challenge, but as a teacher. I could never see my classes and my students in the same way, because I realized that the necessities of the students were different according to many circumstances: their mental health, their family environment, their motivation, the support of the environment. So I have been like working a lot in improving myself. We are going to have summer holidays very soon, and I promise I will be studying a lot, because I have been studying a lot about neurodiversity, about neuroscience, about different aspects that I think, the Down syndrome, that I think that we have to be there for our students. And you know what? It's I am a teacher, and I am a president of an association that works with the right of children to have a family. And I have never thought truly in my heart that being a teacher and teaching, being so responsible with that, you know? It's like we teach our subject, we explain what we know, we explained whatever we have studied, we know how to teach. I knew how to teach English, but with my children, I realized exactly what was the situation like when children didn't have the right, guaranteed the right to be educated. So it was so strong, because I have never faced something like that. You see, I have worked in bilingual schools, I have worked in maybe rural areas schools, but they're different. When you face a situation where a child doesn't know how to read, doesn't know how to express their emotions, how they feel, what it looks like to be part of a family, of a community, the impact of the vulnerability of the kids in their rights is so hard that you change. So after that, I realized, you know, that I am the founder and owner of an institute, and I realized that my colleagues didn't know what to do either with my kids, you see? So I have to help them and say, okay, for example, you know that a typical topic for English teachers would be countries and nationalities. They didn't know countries and nationalities, you see? So we didn't have to start from countries and nationalities and pronunciation. We have to start from, here is this country, here is this country, this is the capital of this country. So it was going beyond pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. And I love that, because I feel that this experience with my kids have changed me, not only as a person, as a mother, but also as a teacher, because there I realized that we have to be all the time being flexible, trying to learn, trying to give our best, trying to guarantee their right of being educated, no matter where they live, no matter their social class, no matter their social background, no matter where you work. You have to be there, and you are responsible as a teacher to guarantee that. So I think that we are in a moment where we have many challenges. Many challenges.
Great.
We have to teach personally, not for the mass of students. We have to know our students' necessities. We have to work through that. We have to learn how to improve. And we have to know that even though some students may have the same situation or condition, they are different. So we have to learn how to approach our students, how to give them, how to guarantee their right to learn. And for me, it is the challenge, you know? And I've been trying
Great.
to, with myself, and we have shared training sessions with my students, with the teachers, also with parents, because we know that I believe in an inclusive classroom where everybody is important, where everybody has the education they need. So I think that this is the challenge. We have to be engaged, we have to be active, and we have to be empathic.
Empathy is a very good and very meaningful word once we talk about, because empathy is an internal feeling which you think about others. So very well said. A new generation, new challenges, their mental health, neuroscience, and I really salute you and appreciate you for your social cause working right for children to have families. This is beyond the normal education. Uh, See, education is never-ending process, and education can be retained or sustainable once we take one experience to another experience. For example, you were not aware of how to make them understand. I have my teacher of Portuguese. She is struggling to teach me Portuguese, and the same way I will recommend a student whom you can teach English. I know English well, she knows Portuguese well, but it is very difficult as an experience how to make this child understand. My teacher is educated, I am also educated. So practically it is very difficult how you give a good example, how you connect the head from heart so I can understand the language well. So I will recommend you a student of Portuguese, Beatrice. You can teach her English, and she is trying to teach me Portuguese. But a number of time, I am unable to express. I am not understanding word. I can memorize, but how I get practicals? So few words which I am normally using. Of course, it is the contest. Once we understand, we react or we act and we make things happen. ¿Cómo está Bose? I understand. To the vein, I understand. Rajesh sir, taking this same thing, since you are a person of literature, mental health, once we talk about, mental health become very challenging. Mental health means you are having brain, you are able to process the information is not a mental health. Mental health which leads from sympathy to empathy. If you see someone pain and you feel pain, that is actually required, and that is the real education.
That's it.
So what, just few lights on this topic, mental health.
So mental health is something very important reason because even a WHO World Health Organization said that life is skills, and in life is skills, last two components are very important. One is coping with the stress and coping with emotions, right? So stress and emotions, sometimes I feel school should have the very well designed curriculum, how different levels and all of we should equip and empower students so that they should be able to cope with stress and emotion. At the same time, that's the reason we ask the counselors to go to classes. Then again, in although counselors do not like that in their means some substitution classes are to be arranged, but I think that's good when some discussion is there. So, sir, I think that is really important because so many challenges are there. Some children come from a very, the difficult families where parents are at loggerheads, like they're very strained relationship between mother and father, or maybe grandparents, so again, not parents not compatible with grandparents. So many challenges are there. So I always tell teachers and all, be more sympathetic, be more considerate, and all, know more about each child, because sometimes I feel child's life is a closed book. What life child is having beyond the school premises, that is a different thing, but I think that's really required. And teachers who are having interaction with kids and children also feel very comfortable with teachers. Many children are more comfortable with teachers, class teachers, than with their parents. So I think that's really great support for children from their parents, from their teachers. So that's really wonderful. And again, and referrals, again, very good system at my place, because if any child is really not behaving in a very normal manner, some aberration is there in the behavior, then even peer and all in the class can always make a referral to the counselor. So counselor can really call the child. I think, sir, normal circumstances fine. And handful of children, I feel that they have really some difficulty. So I always tell the counselor to call the parents and go for some tests also, because at times you do not get to know. Parents have great expectations from their child. His teachers have great expectations from the child. But it's really important if we get to know what is the IQ level of a child. If a child is suffering from maybe dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, ADHD, ADD, and all. So I feel that's really very important when we know the reality, because I always tell parents this brain is the most complicated circuit in the world with 100 billion neurons, and every two neuron is connected, like on an average with 6 to 7,000 synaptic connections. So that is the complexity with human brain. And if any change is there, so we should be very patient and we should really look into in what ways we can support. But one thing I'll say to everyone, with lot of love and affection and counseling and I'll say motivation and appreciation, we can do wonders. We can really do wonders. So I feel every teacher should be a counselor, and every teacher with a very smiling face, with a smiling presence, with a lot of encouragement. And this is what I feel, sir. In today's world, SK sir, uh, I feel the children are not being appreciated. That's really huge challenge.
True, very true.
Everyone has great. Recently I attended one PTM and I was sitting in the office of the coordinator of 3 to 5. Was wondering, parents sitting and saying, both mother and father, ma'am, I'm not at all happy. My child scored only 86.4%. Manaka, sir, it is not fair. Manaka, in presence of child, you are really criticizing child. She is not really focused. She is wasting away precious time. She's reading storybooks, not textbooks and all. I said, ma'am, sometimes you should have. Then I asked the child to just go out of the room. And then I said, you just make a balance sheet of the day. How many times you appreciated your child? I said,
That's it.
please
Very true.
appreciate. So that is very important. And I tell teachers, sir, if you claim to have good command over the language English or Hindi, you must reflect through the remarks in the notebooks of your students.
Very
And
true. Very true.
because I feel they are misers. Teachers are, sir, my notebooks of when I used to teach and all, I still 2002, 2003, 2000, children send me the screenshots. Sir, in 2006, I was in class 12th and you wrote such a long comment. Sir, I feel we should be lavish. We should be lavish if child's handwriting is good. I find that teacher hasn't written anything throughout the notebook. I said, oh my God, I cannot really control my fingers. My fingers are just like ADHD kids, want to run helter skelter on the notebook and all. And I really I write one page. I said, I'm so proud of you, my child. I can see the spark in you and you are destined to do great in life. Keep exploring your full potential. Nothing should remain unharnessed in you. So, sir, I feel motivation and appreciation can do wonders. But I'm
Yes.
sorry that the parents are not appreciating and teachers are also not appreciating much. So, sir, I think every person should and must appreciate. And I'll say that's Ma'am Paula and all either she very nicely reflected on the topic, and I was very happy, listening to very nice, the kind of psychological orientation of the kids these days, and how parents have to be very patient, a lot of love and affection. But I think with a lot of love and affection, we can make children do anything. In today's world, children will not do anything as sir during our days. SK sir, 30, 40 years ago, my God, fathers, statement used to be the law of the land, right? Once
Yes,
something
yes, yes.
said means it is done, right?
Done.
But today, my own kids say, "Hey, Dad, either you convince me or you get convinced. Let's have a debate." For everything, they will. I tell my son, I said, Beta, it is good you are my son, you are not my brother. Otherwise, you must have got one very tight slap from father. Because father say, ever you could say, Papa, ek discussion, we should have a discussion. No question arises. So, sir, I think it's fine. And it's, I think, very fine. If children, they invite us for a discussion, let's have a discussion. And again, if we feel convinced, then we should accept also. Because children are really ahead of their times. And if we have a dialogue with them, sir, they accept. If we reason out with them, they accept. But we try to impose on them, they never accept.
That's it.
Right? We have to touch
Very
the
true.
chords of their heart.
That's
We have to
I
touch
agree
the
with
chord
you.
of their heart. Yes, yes, sir.
It's like
So I
this.
think if I say there is a huge gap of two generation. One is past which has gone, another one is yet to come. So the way we were taught and the way we are teaching and will be applied in later life 10 to 15 years ahead. So of course it's a very, very complex situation. Ethical values, empathy, which we are talking about, it is a matter of experience. Within one day, these two generation cannot come on the same pitch. Reason, the new generation has knowledge but not experience. But the older generation has knowledge along with the experience, which we are talking about, the conscious professionals. Training of conscious professional become important. Why? Because they have evaluated their own experience. It has gone wrong or it has gone right. For example, I have n number of experience while dealing with a student. I was in Middle East maybe 17, 18 years back, and I was teaching a students of Malayalam who was not able to understand at all Hindi literature. So he never used to write a single word on the paper, and this story was happening from 6 months. So a day I told him, if you write a question also, I will give you the marks. First time I saw a smile on his face. Not answer, you write the question, I will give you the marks. You will not believe, next test, he has written all questions. Around 4 to 5 pages, all questions were copied. He was aware of the alphabet, it's okay. He was aware of the letter and word recognition, but he was not able to understand anything. So if we have to encourage, we need not to be the fault finder for these such things. If you become only fault finder, your heart will never connect to the child, and once your heart is not connected, you cannot develop the skills.
That's it.
So in this contest, Pula, the last question to you: what kind of challenges you find in general education system of today are as a parent, and what solution you suggest on bullet points?
Well, I think that as parents, we need schools and teachers that whenever our kids needs help, they help us, you know? For example, I had my girl that was in the middle of primary school and she didn't know even the letters. But the primary school where my girl attended, the teachers were so kind and so engaged with her learning that they told me, okay, don't worry, we're going to do something with this. We are going to, this part of the year, we are not going to give her math. We are not going to give her social studies, not natural science, but we are going to focus on language and mathematics. And they did that for half of a year. They were so, she felt so supported by the teachers, and she realized that she was learning, and we were working at home with the school. So working together with the school, teachers being there and families being there to support each other, because the most important thing is the child, not you, not the family, not the school. So we were all working for them to learn. And she did. Now she is in secondary school and she's doing amazingly. So I think that we need to have schools that truly care about the student as a human being, not just as a number, not knowing what the students need, what the students, what the family need. Because sometimes I told you, I am a teacher. I have been teaching for many years, but I didn't know what to do with a kid that was 10 years old and didn't know how to read or write. So I didn't know where to start. If I start for teaching her the letters, when are we going to get to 5th grade? You see, it was like, how are we going to make it? We have so many things. And apart from knowledge from school, it was emotions. I learned and also realized that when you have a school that helps them, emotions, imagine for a child that used to have a life that was not the suitable one for a child, that has suffered situations that were not nice, that were not supposed to happen. So starting a new life with new people, with their new family, and they didn't recognize emotions. They couldn't tell if they were sad, if they were happy, I couldn't believe my eyes, my ears, because I have never seen something like that. So it's so important that the school helps families, whatever the situation is. If it is behavior, if it is not knowing about some things, if it is emotions, it's very important to have an empathic school, so that we are learning, the teachers, the teachers at my kids' school said, we learned a lot from your children, because they also have to say, okay, what are we going to do with this? Was an extreme situation, you see, was an extreme situation, but everybody was ready to help. And the results were amazing. So that made me think that whenever we are in a classroom, whenever in our schools, it's not that a kid, okay, he behaves badly, and okay, that's the naughty boy, and that's it. We have to do something. There is something behind that behavior. There is something more, not just behaving badly, you see? And that emotions can truly block learning. I have an anecdote with my little boy. He was 7 years old, and he was learning the numbers, and he counted from 1 to 19, and 20, he couldn't remember how to say 20, you say? So it was like, we got to 1 to 19 and 20 never appeared. So we made him count, I don't know, balls, 20 balls, 20 cups, 20, but I don't know, we played bingo, we made him learn songs. We didn't know what to do. So I called the teacher and I told, I don't know what to do. He doesn't learn numbers from 20 onwards. So I say, okay, let's do this. Let's do this project, and he's going to do it. It was a castle. We made a castle with numbers. We draw the numbers with colors. We decorated the classroom, and magically numbers came to his mind, and he learned them and never forgot. But you need this kind of skills and tools, because as parents, as families, sometimes we say, how can I make him know or understand or practice this? So I think that the schools need to be empathic and need to be there and need to be conscious that they have the obligation to guarantee the kids' right to learn. So I think because we are responsible for that. It's not that, well, okay, if they don't study, well, it's their business, because I have explained many times, I have given them homework, and okay, his or their problem, okay? No, it's our responsibility to find a way for them to learn. And I think that we need schools to be conscious of that responsibility, and teachers to be conscious of that, and how important teachers can be in a child's life, because we have a great impact in our students. And I have seen that with my students, and also positive impact and negative impact. So we have to be very careful with our behaviors, with our words, with our, and we always have to find a way to make them be motivated and to make them learn. That's our responsibility. If we cannot achieve that, we have failed. You are
SK,
muted.
please, muting.
I think, Pola, you are not a teacher, you are a trainer. You are not only training, you have a full of energy and empathy, which is reflecting on the screen by your experience. The speaker for the today on the topic, I think very well justified, but it a lot to be done. We say think globally, act ethically, and lead sustainably. These all three things makes our objective clear and clean. My special invite to the Global President Beatrice Lucia for the vote of thanks, and then we conclude the session of today on time dot going. So welcome to you, Beatrice Lucia, Global President for Global Edu Leaders Forum. Over to you.
Thank you, Paola. Thank you, SK. Thank you, Arceloni, Rajesh, today. It's amazing insights today. And observation, you explaining about preoccupation. What's the right, the learning? For me, learning is no problem. My problem is practication, more time with the people speak English, or more time with the live with the people speak English. And my
So
view
next classes will be live. I do agree with you.
well, and memorization more is a practication, the practica. Practica is better for me. Practica with Paola, practica with other students, other country is a conversation. Is a more important for me. I memorize is a better. Today is amazing topic. Might be in my together we are the planning seeds of the change, and they will grow in the futuro de student. And thank you. Coming
Thank
Brazil,
you, Beatrice.
Paola, in next year, the conference SK in Brazil again. Thank you.
Pola,
Thank you.
my heartfelt gratitude to Pola. You spoke so well from heart, and I admire your energy and experience together. So alone we can do little. Together we can do too much. This is the thought process of Global Edu Leaders Forum. This forum is experiencing after connecting, and I think this is the right way to take this journey forward. If few people get empathetic with this talk, it will be worth enough to talking. At last, we say this journey is incomplete without connecting more people. So all speakers, all viewers, whenever you feel to be connected, just put a text on the given website, on the social media. We try to reach you, we try to connect you. It is a journey, it is not a destination. So thank you so much once again, Pola, for being there, and you're a wonderful teacher who always smiles and connect from heart.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Gracias, Paola.
I need to move to another session. Rajesh sir.
Okay, fine, sir.
Amazing.
Since I'm driving, so I'll just say
No,
thanks
it's
a lot.
okay,
It
but
was
it is
great time.
wonderful listening you. You are an
नहीं, it was
amazing.
great.
आपको सब
Great.
दिमाग में जमा है, आप तो पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ
नहीं,
से
नहीं,
लेके
नहीं.
आते हैं. And you also
नहीं, that
speak
was
from the
really.
heart.
No, because it's always the experiences, and also again many states, many schools. So whatever acquired, from great edu leaders like you, Professor Beatrice, and also that's really amazing.
Rajesh sir, it's a journey. It's not a destination. That's all. And
No,
you
no,
people
always,
who
yeah.
has a soul connected like you, always there. So we'll find more people to connect more. Okay, Beatrice.
Wow, sir. चलिए, okay,
Have
bye bye, take
safe
care.
driving. Over to you.
हाँ,